With us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
To try to get a matchup with a gun. Oh, goes the roof. Francis is gonna.
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're gonna swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow,
It's very rare.
what a finish!
Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out?
Oh my God!
My God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to. Oh, it's a knockout! Oh my! It's a knockout!
And it's closing in, trying to finish it, and it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Clock is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Pearson. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the catch.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby!
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow, how good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the Book of Earl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
Gotta be very careful. What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Sports Betting Show with your hosts, Trigger Joe, Send It 7 Pearson, and the Big Earl. UFC, NFL, if it's on, we're betting on it.
USA, USA. I mean, I don't know. I guess the soccer people are saying that we need to be excited for this tie. Not sure why, but if you do the math, if we beat Iran, we get to the next round. I guess all that matters. But that's soccer. Who cares, right? Like, there's zero thing to care about except for the World Cup, and then the colors. But hey, what's up, Trash Talkers? What's up, Gruntworks? We're just here on a Friday afternoon after Thanksgiving, fat and happy, about to give you some NFL picks. Now, VTT's Trigger Joe is not going to be here today. He was supposed to, but he gave me 3 excuses about 5 minutes ago.
Choose your own adventure style.
Yeah, choose your own excuse. Either way, he's just not going to be here. All right, this is a life lesson to you young kids. Just say I can't make it. All right, and then no one else gives a shit. It is what it is. But with us, and he's not going to watch anyways. With us, we got VTT Send It 7. And then, have you created your own page yet?
Yeah, it's the Baker.
Yeah, VTT's The Baker is here. Usually he's the one that you don't see. He's our producer. He's a Marine, and he's used to be Asian. We don't know what happened, but he's white now. It is what it is. But hey, guys, I know this is going to be a pretty short show. Hey, if you're watching the chat thread, just say hi, where you're watching from, and I hope you're having a great holiday weekend. And I hope that you bet with the Big Earl yesterday. You can go on VTT's Big Earl and timestamp what I said. All right, because I went 3 for 3 yesterday. I made some money. All right. So how you guys doing? How was your Thanksgiving? Let's start with Bill.
Well, first of all, with the excellent weekend of Joe and I's picks and UFC.
Well,
again,
get
viewers,
to that, yeah.
If you're not betting with us, you are straight up losing money. We went absolutely perfect on that fight card.
Yeah, I think it was 7 for 7 with like 3 locks.
Yes.
Like, I made money. But yeah,
I think you did what? You turned 20 into 220 or something?
20 turned 225 because I picked all of your. I put in the parlay. I put all of your guarantees. Like what was it? Dell. What the hell is it? Right here. I don't know what I did with it. It was over here somewhere. But Jack Della, whatever, he went first round, and then you had the turquoise over. He went over, and then you had the Maya fight over. So all 3 of those hit that were pluses. So that was legit as hell. That paid out big time.
Call me a messiah.
Yeah, argue with
There's a reason they call him the champ.
Yeah, there's a reason they call him the champ.
Fact.
But hey, if you're not paying attention to some of the reels that we've been sharing, go ahead and go on our pages and look at those. They're pretty funny. I will brag about myself. I was Class Clown 1999, voted on by my peers. So I don't know. Is Bill frozen right there, or is
No, that's you.
Oh, okay. That's just me. I was say because that looked hilarious to me. But all right, let's give Bill a couple minutes here to brag about those fights. What were the ones that? Just go over again so people can watch it and talk about how the betting should have worked and how it went.
Again, I don't know why I don't have a good answer for you, but I'm weirdly good at picking the female fights. I think I'm at a 99% win rate with female fights. So don't ask me why, but continue to listen to me on these female fights. I'll give you an update on the upcoming fights, though. So Glover Teixeira was supposed to fight Yuri for the next belt that was going to happen on the next pay-per-view. Yuri got hurt. As you know, a friend of mine I went to high school with, he's one of Glover's training partners and works at his gym in Connecticut. So the controversy is this. So Yuri is vacating his belt. So now it's going to come down to Jan Blachowicz, however you want to say it, versus Ankalaev. People are wondering why Glover isn't fighting for it. And here's the answer. Glover said he absolutely would fight Jan Blachowicz since he's already fought him before and he knows his fight, so he didn't have to change his fighting style up too much. He would have fought him at 282. But he said, if you're making me fight Ankalaev, that's a completely different fighter and a southpaw. I need more time to train for that. I'll fight him in Brazil, which I think that one's going to be in March or something like that. Maybe January. Dana White said, no, you either fight Ankalaev or he's going to fight Jan. So that's why Glover is not funny. He turned the fight down because he said, hey, I need more time to train for Ankalaev, but I'll fight Jan tomorrow. Dana said, no, it's Ankalaev or bust. Here we are. That's where.
So whose side are you on that?
I'm mixed on that one. Dana likes guys who'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. But I think someone who's given the UFC the amount of years that Glover Teixeira has, he deserves a little bit more respect. I get fighting a completely different fighting style, fighting, for a belt, and you're fighting a different style of fighter. I can see why he wanted more time to train for it, especially when you're 43 years old, 44, whatever he is. So I get it. I think if it was a new upcoming fighter, you fight anytime, anywhere you can. If you're a future Hall of Famer, you've given the organization 20 years of fighting, and it's for a belt, I think he deserved the respect of pushing it a month.
All right. There you have it. So
but Dana's also a billionaire for a reason. So what do I know about promote fights?
Yeah, I think he knows what he's doing just a little bit, but but everybody makes mistakes, so it's like who's right or wrong there. But there you have it. We will have a show next Friday for show, and we'll talk about that fight show coming that fight coming up next Saturday. But now we get to the Big Earl's NFL locks. Now I've already made. If you bet with me yesterday, I already made you enough money to have a really good time on Sunday. So I'm going to have some big bets. And disclaimer, do not gamble if you don't have money. Don't be stupid. All right. Same thing with anything with self-control. And I'm going to talk about it next Saturday on Trash Talk Hour. But, for most things with PTSD, it's weird when you talk to a psychologist, it comes around to just getting over yourself. Right. And it always circles back to you have to overcome this. All right. Not saying you shouldn't have that demon, but it's your responsibility. All right. So if gambling's a demon, please do not watch this show. Do not listen to us. Do not gamble. Don't do it. Other than that, it's going to be a great Sunday, and we're going to pick some games here. And before that, the reason I'm stumbling my words is because the only way to get yourself through the holiday is with 10th Mountain Vodka or bourbon. All right, that's what I'm saying. So go to 10th Whiskey and put in VTT and get yourself a discount. All right. Who's running me through these games because the Big Earl's hot?
So the first one we got here is going to be Atlanta going into Washington. The
All
Commanders.
Right, here come the Commanders at -4. All right, and the over-under is 40.5. I am going to go with my first lock of the Sunday, and I'm going with the Commanders. All right, Chase Young is back. Okay, he was supposed to come back last week, and they delayed it a week, and he is back, and that defense is already hitting pretty hard, and they're just got a lot better. So I like the under here, and I also like – I might do a two-teamer on this one. I might do the under and Washington -4. I think Washington beats them 21-10. It's going to be something like that. 17-9, something stupid like that. But, yeah, that's what we got on that one.
All right, next we got Baltimore going into Jacksonville.
Ooh, this is a tough one. This is a really weird spread. You got Jacksonville at +3.5 at home, 45.5 against the Ravens. I don't get that spread. I think I want to make Ravens a lock, but there's something fishy with that. Maybe there's an injuries, something insider injuries that we're not tracking. So watch. I looked at the injury report as of today, and I didn't see anything that came to light. So Bill, you see anything on that game? Because I gotta take.
Yeah, this is weird. I think maybe they're just worried about Lamar this year has been kind of flip-floppy.
Yeah, erratic.
He's been a tough one to judge. But I'm with you. This spread doesn't make sense to me. By all intents and purposes, Baltimore should go in there and definitely beat it by way more than 3.5.
Right. Yeah. And plus, they got Roquan Smith now. They got they're both coming off bye week, so it should be.
That spread does make me wonder what they know.
Yeah, exactly. Something weird. Something's going on. Like Lamar's got diarrhea again. I don't know. All right, what we got? What do we got next?
Chicago going into the Big Apple for the Jets.
Oh, here we go. So you got the Jets as almost a touchdown favorite with an over/under of 38.5. All right. If you have to bet this game, I say bet the Jets money line, but the Bears are going to cover in this game. I think this is going to be an overtime, just slugfest. The Jets defense is solid. Their offense is in shambles. Let's talk about Zach Wilson in that interview. Did you watch that, Bill?
Yeah.
When I think in the second half they averaged 2.5 inches per play.
Yeah.
Inches. Okay. And then when they asked him if they let the defense down that gave up 3 points, he goes, nope. Your defense gave up 3 points. Yes, you did, Zach. Yes, 100%.
You failed them terribly.
Terribly. Barry Sanders used to buy all of his offensive linemen a Rolex or a car if he rushed for 1,000 yards, right? And that was a horrible offensive line, right? Oh. And and you can't even say, no, I did fine.
again, during that decade, if Barry Sanders would have had the Cowboys offensive line, he'd be untouchable right now.
There wouldn't even be a question of who the best was. It wouldn't even be like whatever. But yeah, so I got to go with Jets money line here, but Bears could be a solid upset pick, but definitely cover.
Next, we've got Cincinnati going into Tennessee.
All right, the Bengals. All right, here's another weird one. All right, the Titans are a home dog at 2.5 points, and I'm going Titans to upset here, straight up. The issue with this is Jamar Chase he's been limited practice this week. So watch that injury report. Watch if Jamar Chase comes back. Because Jamar Chase has proven, through his absence that he's a game changer.
Yeah.
So like if he comes back, is he that healthy? Is his timing off? Even if he does come back, I like Titans in an upset here.
We got the Broncos at Carolina.
All right, here's another weird one. This game's just ugly. Like, I don't know.
That's the perfect sound for this game.
Yeah. I might just watch this thinking that I could play in the NFL still. Like,
is this the equivalent of go start the grill game?
Yes. Yeah, this is go ahead and just start eating. All right, and like not paying attention. But the good thing about football is you don't have to watch everything. But I'm gonna go Panthers in an upset here. Bill, what do you think about this one? This is a tough game.
I think Panthers I think getting rid of McCaffrey and then not having a solid quarterback quite yet, I think is still trying to figure it out. I think Denver pulls it off. I think Denver covers the spread.
All right.
Next,
I'm not touching this one. Not touching it. But go ahead.
No.
Yeah.
Next we've got Houston going into Miami.
All right, Houston going into Miami at -14. All right. Again, the only team we've seen with double-digit spreads in the last 3 or 4 years has been the Buffalo Bills, and they've covered like every time. I'm not gonna bet this game, but if I had to bet it, Miami's covering this. Like,
and in my bookie, Miami's a -800 money line. So
yeah, I think Miami wins this game 40-something to 7. Like, barring like a complete disaster, like fumbled punts and interceptions or whatever, how that works in the NFL. Like, yeah, I gotta go Miami here to cover big time.
Tampa Bay's going into Cleveland.
All right, here's another good one. 3.5 point dogs at home are the Browns with a 42 over under. I like the Bucs are coming around. They're getting healthy. The Buccaneers offensive line has been hurt all year. Check out their offensive line in the injury report because
it's Pro Bowlers that have been injured, not just random stars. You know what I mean? It's elite all-star linemen.
Yeah, and so they're getting healthier. Check the injury report on this before the game starts. If some of their all-pro linemen come back, I take the Bucs here easy. But the Browns have a tremendous defensive line. Tremendous, right? So they can really make this game ugly for the Bucs. So I'm not touching this one. If I had to bet it, I go Bucs money line.
So we've got the LA Chargers making a short commute over to Arizona.
I like how you did that there. That's good hosting. The Cards at +3 at home. Again, the Cardinals, they're not good. The Chargers are. Did you see that stat for Austin Eckler? How many touchdowns he's had in the last 3 years? He's 15 above everybody else.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's sick. And that's just, again, the Chargers are a team that I don't know if they're just ready to win yet. Everything's there.
To be fair, the Chargers have been that way for a very long time. I was a Chargers fan until they left San Diego because we wouldn't build them a new stadium.
Well, right. Retarded. But the Chargers were really good, with Phillip Rivers. They were. They were in the playoffs. They won games. They just ran into Tom Brady all the time. It was sorry.
Yeah.
Here comes the Patriots. Well, okay. Well, we had a good run.
Nice while it lasted.
I got to go Chargers here with a lock. I think Chargers go in there and beat them up.
Yeah, my bookie has Chargers at 2.5. So
Next, we've got
that's scary. What happened? Is the money going? Look at the injury report on that one too. Then something happened there.
Next, we've got the Vegas Knights going into Seattle.
Vegas going into Seattle. Yeah, here's another lock.
Raiders, not the Knights. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's not hockey. All right, after I give you a compliment,
right,
after I give you a compliment, this is what you do. Hey,
listen,
guys, this is why we keep him off camera. All right, it's not controllable. He says whatever he wants. He's a monster. All right. So what's the game again?
The Raiders going into Seattle.
Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh, and now the guy that lives in the state can't even get it right.
Yeah. So we got the Raiders at the Hawks. The Hawks are a tremendously good football team right now, and they're coming off a bye week, and they're gonna roll the Raiders, roll them. So I mean, actually, I do like the over here. I think there's gonna be a lot of points in this game.
That's not gonna make Raider fans happy.
Well, Raider fans haven't been happy ever.
That's fair.
Since like 1978 with John Madden as their coach. That's like the last time they were happy.
Next, we've got the other Los Angeles team going into Kansas City.
All right, let me look at here. Bill, what's the line on this one for money line?
Minus 1,300.
Minus 1,300. All right, Chiefs are 15.5 point favorite over the defending Super Bowl champions. Okay. I got to go with the Chiefs to cover here. I mean, how are you favored by that much?
I don't see how they don't.
Yeah. I mean, this is I think if you put even tease it, like tease Miami at 20 and then tease Chiefs at 20 and put $10 on it, like to win by 20. Like it might pay off some serious cash. So I'm serious. I honestly think that I don't see how the Rams can even stay in this game. And then how do you have a 42 over under with a 15.5 point spread?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah. I mean, take the Chiefs in the over here. I like that. But all right, what we got next?
Next, we have New Orleans going to San Francisco.
All right, the Saints were one of my locks last week, and it paid off. But this week, the Niners at 9.5. The Niners are, without a doubt, the Super Bowl favorites. If my bookie hasn't adjusted the odds for this team yet, they are the most disgusting team I've seen since the 49ers in the frickin' 90s. Like late 80s and 90s. Like they are disgusting how talented they are. Look at it. Debo, McCaffrey, right? And then you have, by the way, you have this tight end that's okay. You know, like i.e. like the second best in the league.
Yeah.
And then defense, you got 3 all-pros on defense. It's scary. It's really scary.
I mean, I think they started off rough in the beginning of the season. I think
they played the wrong quarterback.
Jimmy G back. Yeah, I mean, I think bringing Jimmy G back was the best thing they ever did. And I think come playoff time, you're right. They're going to be nasty.
Everybody's like, McCaffrey's body doesn't hold up. Well, McCaffrey touched the ball about 50 times a game in Carolina. He's gonna touch it.
He was
20
the
times.
Carolina offense.
Yeah, he's gonna touch it 20 times a game for San Francisco. Like you even see him getting mad, getting called up the field. You know, and it's like, no, we don't need you for this play. Like he's literally going to be ready to explode every time he gets on the field, which is scary. Very scary.
What was it, 2 weeks ago or is it 3 weeks ago? He had a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown in the same game.
Yeah. Yeah. And then okay. Debo didn't even play in that game. And it's like Debo played last game. It's almost not fair, but it is what it is. You either have a GM that makes moves or you don't. Packers. Mm-hmm. Right,
Speaking of Packers, next we've got Green Bay going into Philly.
All right, me as the Packer fan, but again, I'm an objective football fan. The Eagles here are easy. But again, the Eagles have got kind of exposed the last couple of weeks with some things, but I got this feeling we can cover it as a conspiracy like Dave does. I got this feeling that Rodgers is throwing the season again because he's done this once before when he wanted McCarthy fired, and he last week against the Titans when they were only down by a score, he missed 2 wide open receivers, wide open, like not like no, he looked like Jamarcus Russell throwing the passes, like not even close, and it's like that's not real, It's so I don't know. I have the Eagles here big time.
And then the Monday night game, we've got Pittsburgh going into Indianapolis.
All right, like Bill said pre-show, this is what a terrible prime time. What a terrible primetime game. However, the Colts win by way more than 2.5. All right, in a lock. Lock this up. However, remember, I'm gonna tell you how to bet again in the NFL. Here's your parlay for the locks. All right, I have the Chargers, the Hawks, okay, and even maybe the Ravens. But all right, let's say you do that 3-teamer. Okay, put the Colts on their money line. All right, and then bet the Steelers if you hit the first 3 games that the Steelers at plus 2.5. All right, and who knows? Maybe the Colts win by 1 and you win both bets. But a 2.5 point spread, not a very good hedge bet. Maybe even hedge it with the Eagles one. Hedge it with the Eagles instead of the Colts.
Hey, did you mean to say the Chargers, the Hawks, and the Commanders? Because you were iffy on the Ravens.
No. Yeah, the Commanders are definitely a lock. So yeah, so there you have that. You put the Commanders, the Ravens, the Chargers, the Hawks, and then hedge it with the Eagles. Put the Eagles money line, and then if you make it to Sunday night, 4 for 4 or 3 for 3. What did I give you? 4 or 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you make it to Sunday night 4 for 4, then put money on the Packers at plus 6.5, and then maybe you win both those bets, and then you still win your parlay. Or if you lose your parlay, you cover it with a hedge. So yeah, that's that. Bill, anything you got on the NFL?
Here's your. I just created a bet slip for all you fans watching the show. I have $20 will get you $5.59. This is what I went with. It's a 6-game parlay. I got Ravens money line, Titans money line, Dolphins minus 14, Chargers minus 2.5, Kansas City minus 15.5, and Eagles money line will get you $20. Will get you $5.59.
Oh boy! So that means you got to bet 200 on the pack if you make it there.
Yeah.
So that's a good hedge because at least you win 300 if you lose the other one. But all right, there you have it, NFL fans. And remember, no fights tomorrow. Watch. I have a secret for you for college. All right. For some reason, when I was in my 10th Mountain Haze, all right, and I was looking at some games the other night, there is a game in college, Vanderbilt against Tennessee. All right. What's the line on that one right now, Bill, on my bookie?
One second. You said Vandy, Tennessee?
Yes. I think Tennessee, when I looked at it, was like a 14-point favorite.
Bring it up here.
Yeah. Well, while he's talking about that, the Tennessee quarterback, unfortunately, I don't like this, tore his ACL because he's a future NFL player. No, he still is. Those guys, the surgeries they got now for those guys, he'll be back in 8 months.
Okay, here we go. So Tennessee at Vandy, you got Tennessee at a minus 574, Vanderbilt at a plus 400, over under 63.5, and they got Tennessee at a minus 14 favorite.
All right, take Vandy money line.
Yeah, DraftKings has got it at a minus 105, under minus 105, over minus 115. Money line, they've got them Vanderbilt plus 400 right now.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's going to win this game outright. All right, Vanderbilt's not a bad team, right? And I'm just leave it. Put $5 on it. All right, pay you 20.
$5 to get you 20. I just
yeah. That's what I got. That's exactly what I bet. And I do have to brag. Last week I put I teased the Packers Titans game. I put $5 on a 2-score win for the Titans, or at +9, -9, and then I put $5 on the Packers at -9, and that $5 for the Titans winning by 2 scores paid me $38. So that was the Packers lost, but I still made money. That's just the way I saw it. That's the way I saw it. I was like, this game's it's either going to be the Packers are going to cover with a normal win, or it's going to be stupid and somebody's going by 2 scores. But all right, there you have it. We played our sponsor. It'll be the last time we played them unless they decide to re-up. But again, they are offering jobs to the VTT community. So go to fleettex.com. They're on our website, veterantrashtalk.com. We also are running a sale today and probably through the weekend. Just put in the code Friday, all caps, at gruntworksclothing.com or shop.veterantrashtalk.com and get yourself a discount. There's also a code for turkey, same discount, so it doesn't really matter. Turkey or put in Friday, doesn't matter. Get some of those cool shirts, funny shirts.
20% off, right?
Yeah, 20% off is a pretty good deal because we don't make any money on the shirts anyway, so it is what it is. And then watch the games on Sunday. All right, track them. Let me know if let the big girl know if he was wrong because it doesn't happen often. All right, well, this year it's happened a lot, but I mean, who gives a shit? Like, I won my bets last week because somebody scored a touchdown with 8 seconds left and got a 2-point conversion. Like, that's just what's happening. It's just that kind of year. But I hope you guys had a great holiday. Monica, if you're still watching, it's 30-06. It's not a 30 caliber. All right, it's just.
Doesn't she live in California?
She does.
It's that governor that governor poisoning her with the 30 caliber clip ghost gun.
Right.
Shoots 30 bullets in half a second.
She was saying that her son fired a 30 caliber and it didn't even knock his hat off. He's just that strong. And then I watched the video and I'm like, that's a 30-06. But it's fine. Right. So it is what it is, Monica. We love you. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and we will see you guys. Well, let's throw some plugs out there. We got Throw Punch Monday is going to have another episode of season 3 coming out on Monday. And then I have not uploaded that yet to YouTube. I'll do that later today. And then we have Cliff's Mental Health Warrior, VT's Mental Health Warrior, Cliff Ballman. He's going to have a great show on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I think he's pushing on Wednesday, right?
We're pushing to Wednesdays.
Yeah, pushing to Wednesday, going Wednesday. And then we'll have the fight show on Friday. And then we'll have, I forget who the guest is in 2 weeks, but we'll talk about them next Friday. All right. We will.
And we doing a show tomorrow?
No, there's no show tomorrow. No show tomorrow. But hey, keep in mind, December 10th, we got retired SF Colonel Scott Mann coming on, author of the Pineapple Express, the guy who pieced together that whole operation to go get all the guys out of Afghanistan that the Biden administration tried to leave behind. So we're gonna have him on, and we're gonna have a special guest host, Mike Levine from Vet TV. All right, he's going to be a special guest host for that, and we're going to have a good time talking to Scott Mann. It's going to be awesome. All right, guys, we'll freaking see you later.
Peace.
What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.